Hi fam, welcome to Driven Life TV. Welcome to another video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment in the comment section below, and make sure you subscribe to this channel. Help me grow this channel. Thank you so much for doing so. So today we're going to be reacting to some Christian guys actually talking about some of the preferences they would have for ladies. Okay, so I want you to really pay attention. If you're a lady, make sure you pay attention. You never know. You may learn a few things here. And also, I want to see if maybe some of these criteria that these people are putting in place is actually correct. Is it really feasible? Is it really helpful in the area of dating, especially for Christians? So let us dive into it together.
She's born again, but she doesn't speak in tongues.
Why are we men of God?
That's true. Yeah.
She is born again, but she doesn't belong to any group in church.
Never. No. What's commitment?
I think for some people, actually having a woman or maybe a partner who is actually part of a group in church serving is actually a big deal to them, because maybe it shows that they are committed, or maybe they're committed to church or anything like that. But I think that shouldn't be a make or break point, because there are some people who may not belong to any group in the church, but actually they are committed to God's work in one way or the other. So it shouldn't just be point blank to say, if you don't belong to a group in church, then I can't really date them. Then you will actually disqualify a lot of good people out there, because commitment is not only seen in how you participate in church programs. Sometimes you can participate in God's work in different things, because I know the reason why they have actually considered this as a red flag is because it actually shows someone's commitment to God's work. But God's work is not really encapsulated in church only. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So there's so many people who can show commitment in different ways. So it's really important that you also just broaden your definition of commitment. So let us continue.
She is born again, but she can't cook.
Yeah, no one is staying there.
She is born again, but she's not clean.
I have to tell you right now, I think there's so many ladies out there who actually think learning how to cook is not really that important. I remember I was telling some of my students this. I was telling them to say, "Ngadibali jinchumene mungabange panova," is actually learning how to cook. Make sure you make it a point as girls, you learn how to cook. There's certain things, it becomes very late for you to learn them later on in life. It just becomes a bit weird. Okay, so you need to make sure you learn how to cook. At the same time, make sure you are clean. Hygiene is very important. Okay, this is not just for girls as well. You have to understand that even men are supposed to be hygienic. I remember as a young boy back then in primary school, I would sit next to this other guy, and Demontu, I think every time would be talking, he had bad breath. You understand what I'm saying? Really bad breath. As a kid, I would actually notice it. I never pointed it out, I never mocked him for it, but it was very uncomfortable to be around him. Hey, every time he would speak, I would try to look out. It was bad. Okay, because even me that time I was struggling with oral hygiene, because my mom would always remind me of it. But when I saw this guy actually struggling with it like that, it was bad, I'm telling you. So all I'm saying is cleanliness is next to godliness. You have to make sure you're hygienic, especially if you're going to attract the attention of a good person, a good Christian guy or a good Christian female. You have to be hygienic. Make sure you bath, make sure you smell good, make sure you look good, make sure you're groomed. You understand what I'm saying? Have a good haircut. It helps. Anyway, let's continue.
She is born again, but she listens to secular music.
This is what I'm talking about. So this is now carnality right here. You can actually see there are actually so many Christians who see this and say it's not a big deal. That's the problem we have in the church right now. Come on, a person who calls themselves a believer and listen to secular music, and you say it's not really a red flag, you're not serious. You're not serious. You need to be with a person who is serious about their consecrations. The only reason why you can be okay with someone listening to secular music is because you do the same. It's because you compromise as well. Okay? So it's really important that you always do things, or maybe expose yourself to things that glorify the name of Jesus. When I'm saying secular music, I believe this person did not specify. So you can't freely say yes to it because it was not specific. Because there's some music that is not necessarily about God, but they're not bad. Okay? But if it's secular music as a whole, as a genre, to say, should a believer listen to it? No, you shouldn't. Okay? But there's specific types of music that are not really about God, but they're okay to listen to. Let's continue this.
Again, but her fashion sense is questionable.
Fashion. We can work.
She's born again, but she's not as pretty.
No, we're not staying.
As pretty.
You guys.
She's pretty just as sassy, right?
She's not pretty.
It was at this
Oh,
moment.
I was wondering, like, really, looks matters. Okay, everyone has their own type of looks that they find very attractive. Okay, now there are some people who are just stunning. Everybody knows that they look good looking, and then there are some people who are sort of average. Even the Bible classifies people. Even it says that God gave Job the most beautiful daughters in all of the earth. Okay, so even God can classify to say this one is beautiful, this one is a little. Remember, even that time, I remember when Esther was chosen as the queen, it was all about external appearance, how beautiful and attractive the person was. And so this is very important. You can't sugarcoat it. So I was really surprised I was sticking around. Let's continue.
She's born again, but she's authoritative.
No feminist. Nah.
She's born again, but she's not intelligent.
Intelligent, I'm sapiosexual.
Hey. She's born again, but she has tattoos.
No, deal breaker for me.
She's born.
I don't want someone who is not serious about how they look. There's certain things that I don't stand for. I can't handle tattoos. No, we're done. I'm not saying people who do them. It's also to the level to which you do it. Okay. Of course, there's some people that just write a verse somewhere. That's not bad. But for me, I just don't like tattoos. If you are a lady, actually, if I need to give you advice to say, if you want to increase your chances of finding a good man, just don't put any tattoos on your body. It will help you. Okay. It will help you because tattoos are associated with certain types of thinkings and certain types of behaviors. And so certain things just carry a bad label about them. Okay. So let's continue.
Born again, but doesn't belong to any church.
Now that's a red flag. That's a red flag. If you can't be part of any church, you are not okay. Something is wrong with your spiritual walk, even though you don't know it. Okay? Oh, now listen to me. If you're in the process of looking for a church, that's something different. But if you're okay not belonging to any church, you have a spiritual issue in you that you need to fix. I'm telling you. The reason is simple. It's because it's a sign that you have a problem with the body of Christ. And that's a problem. Okay? You need to be a person who belongs to a certain church community. You may not agree with them 100%. It doesn't matter. What you need to be is someone who belongs to a community. We are a body. And you can't be spending your Sundays not going to church every time. You need to belong to a church. So when you see someone who doesn't belong to a church, it's a red flag. Why? What issues do they have? What is wrong with them? You understand what I'm saying? So it's a big, big red flag. Let's continue.
She's born again, but she's not romantic.
Not good. I think I have been working with so many young ladies recently who are actually complaining about their man not being romantic. But recently, I think I've also had a lot of guys who are complaining that the lady is not romantic. Meaning that they say, I love you, the lady feels like she has to move concrete to actually say it back. The lady is not giving attention, doesn't know how to be feminine, doesn't know how to be mushy and romantic and all that. Muntu kufewa aire. Understand? Kukala maswazi, odinda azimai odinda maswazi. Do you understand what I'm saying? Something is wrong there. Okay, they can't be romantic. That's not good. So I've seen that so many times, and so many guys have complained about it. But you need to work on your skills, man. You need to be, especially verbal and actions. You need to do some things for your partner. You need to say some things to them. Make sure the relation doesn't feel like a friendship. It should feel like a romantic relationship. It takes intentionality with your words and also your actions. If you don't do that, you'll find out that the relationship will be very boring. It will look like your siblings. It's not very good. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Yes.
She's born again, but short like Zacchaeus.
Hey, we're done. Of
Born
course, you need a.
again, but
Yeah.
has body odor.
Hey, no. No smells.
She is born again, but doesn't want to marry a pastor.
Ah, why? Okay, listen to me. Why? For me, I would think that, of course, if you are someone who wants to be maybe you have a calling on your life, that would be a red flag for you. But for me, I would also ask to say, why specifically not marrying a pastor? Why? It's very important that you leave this thing sometimes to God. God will surprise you. Okay? So don't just say, I don't want to marry a pastor. No. Allow God to lead you. Okay?
She is born again, but she flirts.
You need someone who respects you. So if you have a girl who has no boundaries, that means she talks to the opposite sex anyhow. She spends a lot of time with them, having calls at awkward hours with the opposite sex when they're actually dating with you. Okay? They're dating you, but they're doing this. Just know they have no respect for you. They have no honor. You have no business actually making this person exclusive for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you actually enter a relationship, there have to be changes to the way you interact with the opposite sex. You have to put in place boundaries. You cannot be investing the same amount of time you were doing when you were single. Come on. It's really important that you show that this relationship to this particular person is actually very important to you. There are certain things that you actually do to show your partner that you respect them and honor them. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Things like not keeping secrets, things like not interacting carelessly with the opposite sex, things like keeping close relationships with the opposite sex people. Come on, respect and honor your partner. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You are a person in a relationship. Act like it. Okay. So it's very important. Flirting,
She's
finally.
born again, but doesn't have a source of income.
That's not really a big deal. Any real man out there is not a big deal.
So you cannot even help her.
Help and do it.
This was very interesting. This was very interesting. The last one I don't really understand. I think for some reason most men nowadays they want a woman who actually has money, which is very interesting. Which is very good. When you have it, it's really helpful. But at the end of the day, even if she doesn't have it, it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, we have the calling to provide for the home, and we'll do it. It doesn't matter. So, anyways, I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. This was very interesting, and I think I found it very fascinating. What do you have? What do you think? What do you think? Here, thank you so much. Until next time, have a good one.